Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, The Mystique Creator. My name is Ashley Ann, and I like to make lifestyle content, fashion, and I'm also a multidisciplinary artist. So I am a photographer and a creative writer. But what I really love to do, the purpose of this channel is to genuinely lift up women. I am for the girls. I want you guys to remember your power, to understand your worth, and to help you step into your highest version, because it took me a lot to even be here. And a part of that journey was realizing that I needed to put myself first and make myself a priority, therefore making my goals a priority and making me realize how deserving I am of great things. And I want to share that with you guys. I want you guys to feel the same thing, to know that you are the shit, to think highly, encourage you to think highly of yourself, because there's nothing wrong with that. So this is a woman channel for the girls channel, and I hope you guys enjoy it here. But let's go ahead and get into this video. So the advice that I have for the girls today, something that I had to learn growing up, and especially nowadays, something that I had to really just be comfortable with, was being authentic, was just being myself. Do you know that people are out here literally getting paid just to be themselves? Literally getting paid for their creativity, for just being here, just their plain existence is their source of income. And that could be that for you too. Like, you guys have no idea how there's so much power in just being authentic and just being yourself. So that's what I'm here to tell you, and I'm so glad you came to this video. So let's go ahead and get into it. Being authentic, what is that like? How can I start being my most authentic self? What are the steps I need to start taking? How can I be comfortable and feel safe and vulnerable in being just myself? Because sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes we don't feel safe to be ourselves around certain people. Sometimes we don't feel safe being on social media, putting a camera in front of our face. We don't feel safe and we don't feel comfortable to just be ourselves in such vulnerable spaces like this. But I'm here to tell you, it definitely does take practice, but it's also very worth it, and it is possible. So step one, getting into your comfort zone, or should I say getting out of your comfort zone, but creating security while out of that. So I think it's really important to understand that when you're doing stuff like this, like recording TikTok, whatever the case may be, or just being in places and spaces that are demanding authenticity, but you don't really feel like you can be authentic or like you can be yourself, understand that that is a mind thing. It's a mindset thing, and you have to understand that I am exactly where I need to be. Have the mindset that you have the power to create your own reality. In any room that you walk into, you hold weight. Any room that you walk into lights up because of you. You have to think, you have to understand that you are a gift. Your presence is the very gift alone. I think another thing that's important is understanding the power of God. And I don't want to get too religious or anything because it might scare some people away or it might confuse some people, but I do want you guys to understand that there is a higher source, a higher power out there that for some reason decided to create us, decided to create human beings. And I think if you understand that power and get closer to that power, you can understand how your very existence was created by that power. Therefore, you have that same power within you. Therefore, you have the right to be here. Once you start thinking highly of yourself, thinking that you deserve to be in these spaces, it becomes a little bit easier, okay? Coming from experience, coming from someone who has been insecure about their looks, okay, for a really long time, insecure about my worth, insecure about feeling like I don't deserve to be in certain places or to hang around certain people, especially as a Black woman. It's very rooted within my generation and very rooted my within my family lineage, okay? Feeling like I don't belong anywhere or I'm not worth certain things, I'm not worth luxury or rich things or great things. I had to really, really deep dive into my shadow work, deep dive into my family wounds, okay? Wounds that I didn't even know were even there. I had to deep dive and I had to, go deep. Like, I don't think you guys understand. Being authentic doesn't come easy, and it's really, really brave. It's so courageous to just be yourself, to just not want to fit in, to just be so proud and resilient within who you are. Being accepting of yourself is so powerful, but it's also really scary, and it's also really courageous of someone to even do something like that, because in the world that we live in, the society that we have been so conditioned to follow has created a sort of like delusion around, or should I say like I'll say delusion around being someone that you're not, around, worshiping celebrities and just idolizing people who we barely even know and wanting to be like them and look like them. And the media, they push that stuff out so it can make us insecure about ourselves. And another thing, our surroundings, our peers, our school, going to school and being bullying is a thing that I have dealt with for a really long time, especially growing up. I have been bullied for just literally anything you can name in the book. I've been called ugly. I've been called anything, okay? Like, I've been called fat. I've been called, like, people make fun of my sideburns, like, back in middle school. Like, I had to heal that. I had to realize that those were the lies and tricks of the enemy. The enemy does not want us to find ourselves beautiful. The enemy does not want us to believe our worth. So the first thing you need to do to get closer to your authentic self and to develop a strong self-concept is to heal the wounds from the past, to heal, whether if you are a person of color, heal those wounds, whether you've been bullied, heal those wounds, whether you've been brought up in a household that was not as encouraging, heal those wounds and understand that those were lies. Understand that you are worthy. Understand that you are beautiful. Understand that you are here for a reason. Understand that your presence is a gift, that you have something that this world needs and they deserve it. They need you to be here. Understand that first. And when I say really understand that, because you can't just come on here on YouTube, TikTok, on Instagram, and think that you're going to put yourself out there, where when the moment comes, you start to get scared. When the moment comes and you do it and you start to attract the attention, you can't run away from that. You have to keep going because you deserve to keep going. You owe it to yourself. And I think it is a lot deeper than just the surface level things. It is a lot deeper than just getting paid or just being an influencer or a content creator. It's a lot deeper because you're realizing that, I do mean something. I do have a voice and I can use it. That's what the whole purpose of, like, it's really a lot of spiritual things that are playing it out right now with the whole, like, content creating thing. Like, a lot of people The people, y'all need to understand, and I'm trying not to get, hopefully I don't get censored for saying this, but the government is trying to censor us. The government has never been for the people, whether you're black, white, Asian, Puerto Rican, Cuban, Hawaiian. They don't, if you're not rich, okay, a white person or a man, they don't give a flying flip about you, okay? They are trying to censor people who live in poverty. They are trying to censor even artists. They're trying to censor content creators. Y'all saw the whole TikTok thing being deleted from America, and then they're bringing it back. That doesn't make sense. What are they doing? They're doing something, and they're trying to keep it from us. But one thing is for certain, that these apps are tools, okay? And believe it or not, you have access to it. If you have a phone, you can do it, okay? But understand, it really is deeper. You have a voice. Did you know that people can literally get paid just for sharing their opinion? Okay, their opinion. They're called critics or reviews. Like, literally, people are getting paid. But again, it's not just about the money. It's not just about the money, you guys. It is about speaking your truth and owning it. There's so much power. The power that lives within us, the power of God within speaking our truth and speaking out, being honest. Okay, there's like justice within that. So that's step one, healing wounds and owning your truth and not being afraid, being courageous, okay? Another step that you could do to be authentic, okay, is to practice. Practice being authentic. And what I mean by practice, write down, I think this is more so like a self-reflection thing, but like try to get to know yourself a little bit more, like genuinely know yourself. And you may need to like isolate yourself for a little bit, but just try to get used to your own energy. Try to get comfortable and, you know, learn to accept your own energy, your own self. Like, you may need to spend some time alone, but practice talking to yourself in front of a mirror. Practice talking to yourself like on camera without posting it, you know, during like video journal entries, just seeing how you act within yourself, being aware of how you are when no one's around, okay? Who are you when no one is looking? That is you. That is your authentic self. That is the you that people want to see, that there are people who will pay to see, okay? So practice that. Practice being comfortable in your own energy without no one around, or without, you know, the judgment and like the self-doubt and stuff. Try to eliminate that stuff. That's another thing that we need to talk about. Another thing to be being authentic is ignoring self-doubt and not being so negative with ourselves. Okay? I would say for me, learning right now to be authentic, and especially when it comes to my self-concept, especially when it comes to identifying myself. I've had like identity crisis like so many times, but I've learned that the more time I spend by myself, the more I really do enjoy my own energy. It's really calm, and it's y'all, the sun just came out when I said that. It's that's so sweet. I feel like that's spirit talking to me, y'all. But like, that's what I mean. Like, you have to really just like really spend time with yourself to like know yourself. Knowing yourself is really important to being authentic, because when you know yourself, you don't care what anyone else thinks. You don't care what people are saying about you or what they're going to say, you know, you just don't care. Because you know yourself, and not only do you know yourself, but you accept yourself for who you are, and you enjoy yourself. That's even better. Not only do you accept yourself, but you actually like yourself. Like, that's important. So really get comfortable with that. Get comfortable with that. Start wearing clothes that make you feel good about yourself. Start wearing what you really want to wear. Start doing your makeup the way you really want to do your makeup. Start doing your hair the way you really want to. You know, try different things. Try new things. Try things you always wanted to try. Get out your comfort zone, okay? And then make that your comfort zone. So get out. Sometimes you have to step out of your comfort zone to create a new one, if that makes sense. Because, you know, I'm really big on comfort in general. And I think sometimes people kind of misinterpret like the whole getting out of your comfort zone. And that can be scary. But you're only getting out of your comfort zone really to create one that makes you feel better, one that is serving you for your higher self, right? One that is purposeful, a comfort zone that is purposeful, a comfort zone that is safe, that is encouraging, that is, you know, authentic, okay? The comfort zone that you're in right now is keeping you. I wouldn't even call it a comfort zone. I'll call it a fear zone, because that's what it is. It's your fears. It's holding you back. It's an unhealthy zone. Right now you're in a zone that is hindering your growth. Okay, so you need to get out of that into something better, something that's encouraging, a safe zone. I don't know, just making shit up, but it makes sense, you know. So that is another thing. So healing those wounds, okay? Practicing being around yourself, okay? Getting to know yourself, okay? And understanding yourself, understanding your worth, okay? Understanding that you have the power to create your own reality and to get out of your comfort zone and create a new one. Honestly, learn how to like create words that make sense to you, right? So that's how real rooted you need to be in your own power, is when you start creating a whole vocabulary that is new to you. Like, there's a whole lot of unconditional